Who were the Magi, the mysterious wise men who followed the Star of Bethlehem? Were they merely ancient astronomers, or chosen messengers of a divine secret hidden for centuries? There are moments in history when the world itself seems to hold its breath. One such night unfolded over 2,000 years ago, when a single star pierced the velvet darkness of the east. To most, it was merely another point of light in the heavens. But to a few, men who had learned to read the secret language of creation, it was a voice, a whisper from the throne of eternity. They were the Magi, sages of the ancient world, seekers of the divine order hidden within the stars. Their eyes had scanned the heavens for years, studying the dance of planets and the rhythm of light. But this star was different. It burned with purpose. It called them not to knowledge, but to worship. And so, beneath that silent canopy of eternity, 3 travelers began a journey that would forever change the meaning of wisdom. The Gospel tells us only fragments. After Jesus was born in Bethlehem of Judea, Magi from the east came to Jerusalem asking, "Where is he who has been born King of the Jews? For we saw his star when it rose and have come to worship him." But hidden between those lines is a story older than the nations themselves. The Magi were no ordinary stargazers. In the ancient world, they were priests, keepers of mystery, often connected to the wisdom of Babylon and Persia. Their ancestors may have known Daniel, the Hebrew prophet who once served in the courts of Eastern kings. From him, they may have inherited not just knowledge of the heavens, but the expectation of a coming king. For centuries, the promise lay dormant, and then, one night, the heavens moved. Something beyond human pattern, beyond celestial prediction, a divine signal. It was as if the universe itself leaned forward and said, "Now." That light, that call, was not just to their eyes, but to their souls. And so, leaving behind golden glory, they followed the voice of the heavens toward a land they had never seen, and a king they did not yet know. Their road was not mapped on parchment. It was written in starlight. They crossed barren deserts and foreign kingdoms, guided by something that no compass could track. For the Magi, every mile was more than distance. It was surrender. Each night under the stars reminded them that the same light guiding them in the sky now kindled something within their own hearts. They were not simply travelers seeking a newborn child. They were souls searching for the hidden kingdom, the realm where divine wisdom and human longing meet. Faith, for them, was not belief without proof. It was movement without sight. It was trust in a promise older than the world itself. They followed the star not because they understood it, but because they were understood by it. What kingdom could be so hidden that even kings could not find it? What throne so humble that only those who kneel could see it? This was the paradox of the kingdom of heaven. It did not rise by conquest, but by compassion. It was not declared with trumpets, but with tears. And its king was not crowned with gold, but with grace. When the Magi arrived in Jerusalem, the city of kings, they expected to find the new ruler enthroned in majesty. But the true kingdom was hidden, concealed in a manger under starlit straw. It was not in the palace of Herod, but in the heart of Mary. Not in the roar of empire, but in the whisper of a newborn cry. This is the hidden kingdom, the place where God hides his glory in humility, and where eternity begins as a child. Every gift the Magi brought was a prophecy in disguise. Gold, a tribute fit for kings, proclaimed the royal nature of the child. Frankincense, burned in the temple, revealed his divine priesthood. Myrrh, a burial oil, foretold his suffering and death. These were not random offerings, they were revelations. Each spoke a language older than speech, whispering that the king before them was not merely of earth, but of heaven. When the Magi laid their treasures before the child, they were not only giving wealth, they were interpreting destiny. They were proclaiming, through symbol and silence, that the reign of this infant would reach beyond time itself. When the Magi entered the house and saw the child with his mother Mary, something happened that transcends history. They fell down and worshipped him. It is the only time in Scripture that wise men, the learned, the powerful, the seekers of all nations, are seen bowing before a child. In that moment, wisdom met innocence. Knowledge bowed to revelation. The search for truth found its end, not in a throne, but in a cradle. They had followed a star, but they found a person. And in that encounter, the true kingdom, the hidden kingdom, was unveiled. For it was not a realm of geography or conquest, but the reign of God in the hearts of those who believe. After they had worshipped, the Magi were warned in a dream not to return to Herod, and they departed for their country by another route. This is not just a logistical detail, it is a spiritual revelation. For no one who truly meets the King ever goes back the same way. Their old path, the road of reason and power, had ended at the feet of a child. And now, a new path began. The road of faith, quiet and unseen, leading back into the hidden lands of the soul. The Magi returned to the east bearing no crown, no conquest, only light. And that light, once kindled in their hearts, could never again be extinguished. The story of the Magi is not merely history, it is invitation. The same light that guided them still shines, not in the sky, but in the silence of every seeking heart. The same kingdom they found in Bethlehem still waits to be discovered, not by the proud, but by the humble. For the hidden kingdom is not out there, it is within. It is the reign of divine love that transforms darkness into dawn and seekers into sons. It is the discovery that the greatest wisdom is not to understand God, but to adore Him. The Magi remind us that every soul is on pilgrimage. Every human heart is a traveler through deserts of doubt and mountains of meaning, searching for the light that cannot die. And when we too kneel before that light, when we finally surrender our gold of pride, our incense of prayer, our myrrh of suffering, we enter the hidden kingdom. It is not a place on a map. It is a throne within the soul, where Christ reigns in secret majesty. In the end, the journey of the Magi reveals the deepest paradox of faith. The wise must become as children to enter the kingdom. They sought a king among kings, and found a God among the poor. They followed the stars, only to meet the maker of the stars. And long after the light faded from the sky, the true star continued to shine. In them and through them, a reflection of the eternal Word made flesh. For the kingdom they sought was never hidden from them. It was hidden for them, until their eyes were ready to see. The Magi and the Hidden Kingdom. A journey through darkness and light, through wisdom and worship, from the stars above to the throne within. Biblical Mysteries 2025.